Custer's Trials by T.J. Stiles offers a nuanced biographical portrayal of General George Armstrong Custer, challenging the long-standing historical caricature of the man. Awarded the 2016 Pulitzer Prize for History, the book explores Custer's complex and contradictory character. Stiles reveals him as a capable yet insecure individual, both intelligent and bigoted, passionate yet self-destructive, and ultimately a romantic individualist who clashed with military institutions. Unlike previous biographies that emphasize the Battle of the Little Bighorn, Stiles minimizes its focus, relegating it to a mention in the epilogue. Instead, he highlights Custer's Civil War military and political roles, alongside the crucial support he received from influential women in his life, such as his wife, Libby, and his African-American servant, Eliza Brown. Stiles presents Custer as a man who considered himself particularly lucky, a belief reinforced by his near misses in battle, including surviving multiple bullets during the Civil War. His bold, flamboyant leadership style on horseback made him a Union hero by the war's end, with his romanticism about combat largely intact. Custer's relationship with General George McClellan, an ally in both anti-Lincoln sentiment and flair for style, allowed him to rise from second lieutenant to brigadier general. This promotion was also aided by Libby's relentless lobbying of influential politicians in Washington. Stiles delves deeply into Custer's character, portraying him as a gifted fighter, a natural leader, but also a man with troubling traits, such as a tendency to shoot his own horses. The biography also explores his ambition for celebrity and wealth, his penchant for luxury, and his darker side as a womanizer, gambler, horse thief, and unwitting racist. Through this thorough examination, Stiles paints a multifaceted portrait of a man whose legacy is far more complex than often portrayed. In Custer's Trials, T.J. Stiles traces how General George Armstrong Custer's most honorable qualities emerged during wartime, only to be overshadowed by his negative traits once the conflict ended. After the war, he mistreated his men, even abandoning some, and faced a second court-martial. A staunch supporter of President Andrew Johnson, Custer actively backed efforts to undermine black civil rights and later conspired against President Ulysses S. Grant, aligning himself with politicians who promoted white supremacy. In 1867, Custer was assigned to subdue Native American tribes on the Great Plains. Stiles depicts him in a buckskin suit, twin revolvers at his waist, and knee-high moccasins, a look that underscored his ineptitude as a plainsman. Custer frequently lost track of Indian trails, shot his own horse, and once mistook an elk herd for his enemies. Regarding the Battle of the Little Bighorn, Stiles agrees that mistakes were made, but argues that Custer's defeat wasn't due to reckless incompetence, but rather to the overwhelming strength of the Lakota Sioux at the height of their power, joined by the Northern Cheyenne. The battle, which occurred on June 25, 1876, was a tragic outcome of bad luck. Custer and over 200 of his men were surrounded and wiped out by the vastly superior force. Known as Custer's Last Stand, it has become a legendary and heavily analyzed defeat. In the popular imagination, Custer is remembered as an arrogant fool who led his men to disaster, enforcing genocidal policies that contributed to the near extinction of America's indigenous peoples. Stiles, however, portrays Custer as an enigmatic and contradictory figure. He sought to make a fortune on Wall Street, but struggled to adapt to the emerging corporate economy. While fascinated by Native American culture, he never fully accepted them as equals. A talented writer, Custer failed to attain the stature of his contemporaries. Through Custer's Trials, Stiles captures a man who remains a mythic and often misunderstood figure in American history, filled with contradictions that defy easy categorization. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.